Those clouds sure aren't going anywhere anytime soon. Be prepared to bundle up. We're going to see some awfully cool days coming up here tonight and tomorrow, rather. Highs near 41 degrees in the Tri-Cities under mostly cloudy skies. There is a slight chance of rain with light winds. A little bit warmer in Yakima, 51 degrees with areas of morning fog. Otherwise, mostly cloudy skies with a few raindrops. So keep that in mind as you head off to work probably on Tuesday. But I've got a rainy forecast for you in just a little bit.
All right, thanks, Karina. And thank you for staying with us after the movie. I'm Deb Nelson, and here's a quick look at what's happening today. Supporters of restarting the FastFlux test facility are getting packed to take their campaign on the road. Members of Citizens for Medical Isotopes hope to gain support for restarting the reactor as they travel to Portland, Sacramento, San Francisco, and Los Angeles, California. Now, they plan to travel by rail on the Cancer Fighters train, but those plans were canned. Instead, Laurel Peepo and fellow members will travel by Amtrak and by bus.
There are some kinds of breast cancer that can be treated with medical isotopes. Now they are doing trials for lung cancer. I've had breast cancer twice. I've had lung cancer once.
The Cancer Fighting Train Group is set to head out from Pasco early Tuesday morning at 5:30. A send-off rally starts at 4:45. Energy Secretary Spencer Abraham is the man who makes the call if FFTF is restarted. The Secretary made his first visit to the reactor Wednesday. Abraham has not made up his mind if the reactor will be restarted and says he won't rush into a decision. The administration says it will look into the possibility of leasing FFTF to a private company for medical research. At the same time, all other options are being considered. Once the reactor is shut down, it cannot be restarted again. Our nation's newfound patriotism is showing its true colors this weekend as we honor our veterans. Yakima and Walla Walla both held Veterans Day parades today. Hundreds of people came out to honor and thank those who fought for our freedom. Vietnam veteran Hector Fonseca was particularly touched by a small piece of paper a Cub Scout handed him.
Real nice. Makes you feel good. Feel real good and proud. It's something I'll say for a long time. Makes you feel good.
At Columbia Basin College in Pasco, hundreds gathered to honor veterans there. A donation of a non-perishable food item was the cost of admission. Navy veteran Roy Carricker spoke of past veterans building a better America and of future generations continuing the work.
I'm looking at bridge builders, every one of them. I don't care your age. To build bridges, to keep America the wonderful place it is.
Carricker started a group called Project Honor, which represents the military at veterans' funerals and any day of the year. It's been 2 months since the terror attacks. Today, our commander-in-chief was at Ground Zero, where hundreds are still missing. 86 flags were placed at the site today, each representing countries who lost citizens, or their lives rather, who lost their lives on September 11th. Bush says the terrorists made a serious mistake and will pay a serious price. In Afghanistan, opposition forces now have control of half of the country. With help from U.S. and British Special Ops troops, the Northern Alliance says they have control of their former capital of Taloqan. In the second part of a newspaper interview published today, Osama bin Laden says he's had nothing to do with the anthrax attacks. Bin Laden also says he'll never allow himself to be captured. And in Washington, D.C., the Brentwood Postal Facility is so contaminated with anthrax, it will take months to clean up. The U.S. Postal Service has moved the biggest mail processing facility in the nation's capital to a new location. An American flag completes its cross-country journey honoring the victims of the September 11th attacks. The 3,800-mile trip ended this afternoon in Los Angeles. In top stories northwest, an earthquake rattled Spokane this morning. The quake was centered just more than a mile north of the city. It measured 4.0. Now, no major damage to report tonight. One resident says there was a crack in his wall that wasn't actually there before. A couple other people were shaken from their sleep.
In bed, and my dad was getting up to go hunting this morning, and I thought he was waking me up and shaking my bed.
It sounded like, with the cold weather, 2 trains hitching together.
The quake was followed by a 3.1 magnitude aftershock about an hour after. The quakes measuring 3.5 can cause slight damage. We're now going to toss it over to Karina. She has a look at your forecast.
A quick rundown of the forecast tonight. There is a dense fog advisory for the lower Columbia Basin. That includes the Tri-Cities, Pendleton, and Walla Walla. If you are going to be driving tonight or even tomorrow morning, visibility could be limited to 1/8 of a mile. You're also going to notice some slick roads. Take a look at these overnight lows. 33 degrees in the Tri-Cities, Yakima down to 30, Ellensburg down to 28 degrees, Pendleton also at 28 degrees, Walla Walla at the freezing point at 32 degrees. Be prepared to bundle up tomorrow. We've got some clouds on the way. Take a look at the satellite picture. We've got this low pressure system that's going to continue to circle in some clouds up from the south. A little bit of clearing, but beyond that, another band of clouds. So expect mostly cloudy skies and a few raindrops for probably, the next week or so. It's going to be a great week ahead. As we zoom in, you can see more of what I'm talking about. The low pressure system is circling down there, and that's bringing clouds up through Oregon and into our region. They're here to stay for a while, folks, so get used to them. As for precipitation, we're not seeing too much right now. Most of the rain is now in the western part of the Northwest. Scattered showers all across western Washington and Oregon. In eastern Washington and Oregon, just a few scattered showers. Pendleton and Walla Walla might see a few raindrops tonight, but for the most part, we should stay on the dry side this evening, although we could see some rain tomorrow. In fact, rain is likely in Yakima with some patchy morning fog, otherwise mostly cloudy skies. A high of 51 in Yakima tomorrow with light winds and light and variable. Morning fog in Ellensburg and afternoon clouds. There is a chance of light rain with a high of 50 degrees, light and variable winds in Ellensburg as well. In the Tri-Cities, boy, an awfully chilly day. 41 degrees is your high, and that just sounds downright cold to me. Mostly cloudy skies with areas of low fog, so please, if you're traveling, take your time on the roads. There is about a 30% chance of rain as well into the Tri-Cities. Hermiston should see a high of 40 degrees with light winds. In Pendleton, again, areas of fog and low clouds, so please take your time on the road. About a 40% chance of rain in Pendleton with a high of 43 degrees and light winds. In Walla Walla, 37 degrees. You guys are not even going to see the 40-degree mark, and that just sounds chilly. Mostly cloudy skies, a slight chance of rain in Walla Walla as well with light and variable winds. Take a look at your work week forecast. Downright cold, and we're not going to see many changes in the sky conditions. Plenty of clouds all week long with a few raindrops thrown in the mix. We are going to see the winds pick up on Wednesday, and for the most part, we'll see temperatures back in the 50s starting on Tuesday. In fact, they should remain in the mid-50s. Your overnight lows, anywhere from the mid-30s to the mid-40s. Very similar for you folks in Yakima. We'll see highs tomorrow around 51 degrees, and then they should warm up into the mid-50s again. Those winds could pick up on Wednesday. And those clouds are going to stick around for, the better part of the week. Our overnight lows in Yakima in the low 40s. So, if I didn't know better, I would say Mother Nature is just bringing in winter.
She sure is.
She's done with fall, and we're just going to move right on along.
And that fog advisory through tomorrow morning.
Through tomorrow morning, so please, again,
Be
not only will
careful on those
visibility be cut short, but slick roads as well.
All right.
So,
Thanks, Karina. Thanks for joining us.
Good night.